Hey, Shell Neville, this is Dan York coming at you from Boston, Massachusetts. And actually, I'm sitting right here with the other FIR correspondent, Eric Schwartzman. So, Eric, you want to say hello to folks?
Hi, everybody.
And for folks who don't know you, what do you do?
Well, I consult on communications. I'm a recovering PR guy. And now what I do is I consult on new media and social media communications, and I also teach quite a bit for the Public Relations Society of America.
So I understand that's what brought you up here to our soggy Northeast.
Yes, I am teaching a course I've been teaching for them for 3 years now called the New Media PR Boot Camp. Actually, we changed the name to the Social Media and New Media PR Boot Camp because everyone's always asking, do you cover social media? And yes, I do. I cover in the category of new media, I cover websites, email, and SEO. And in the categories of social media, I cover all the social channels.
Cool. Now, so you've been doing this for 3 years?
Yes.
So over the scope of those 3 years, kind of what changes have you seen in the attendees or the questions or anything that you're seeing?
Well, it's funny you should ask. The attendee base has changed significantly, and what I'm seeing now is, first of all, they're still busy. That's the good news, and this one is sold out. There's 41 people in it.
Wow, 41? For how long of a session?
It's a 2-day session, the boot camp. And we're at a place called Microtech, and they can accommodate 40, but we snuck in an extra chair. So we're sold out on this one. And what's different is most of the attendees are no longer from agencies and business. I'm seeing a lot of people from government, military, academic, and healthcare. As a matter of fact, there's a large group of folks from the armed forces, public affairs in this particular boot camp, almost a quarter of them.
Wow, which of course, I have to point out the irony is it is entertaining to have the military at a boot camp.
Right, so when I ask the question, what is a boot camp?
Yeah.
They're able to answer that.
But do you make them get down and do push-ups?
Well, actually, I said we were going to start back up at a certain time, and one of the guys was late. So I did tell him, you're 7 minutes late. Get down and give me 7. He didn't, but it was good for a laugh.
Yeah, that would be good for a laugh. So changing demographic of your students into public agencies or public sector, really. Not many more from the private, from business, from...
Well, I wouldn't say there's none, but certainly, most of the attendees are either NGOs, government, military, healthcare, or academic.
Now, in the 3 years you've been doing this, we've seen a lot of evolution of blogs, of podcasts, of the introduction of Twitter, all of these different things. Are they asking different questions or looking for different information?
Most people are still looking for information that will help them sell PR or public affairs-led social media initiatives in the boardroom or with their manager or with whoever is controlling their P&L. So they're looking for data that they can take back that helps them to state unequivocally that the organization needs to be engaging through social media. The other thing they're looking for is any data, hard data, numbers, on other organizations like theirs that are doing this so that they can say to their organizations, look, we wouldn't be the first if we did this.
Oh, interesting, yeah. So they can be able to justify the spend, basically, and justify the resources and time. Are you able to give them that kind of hard data that they're looking for?
Well, I mean, there's so much data out there, and we talk about it all the time, and I learn about so much of it from FIR, from Shell and Neville, who are top-lining different reports that are coming out, and whenever those reports are interesting, I definitely download the reports and read them and see what I can glean from them. So, yeah, I think there's an incredible amount of information out there. I'm also doing a study now with PRSA and Korn Ferry and a group called Trendstream out of the UK. That's Tom Smith's company. He's the guy who did When Did We Start Trusting Strangers for Universal McCann, and also Wave 3 for Universal McCann. The report is called the 2009 Digital Readiness Report, and it's a report to determine which new media channels organizations think are most important, which types of new media communication skills or social media social media communication skills hirers within organizations are looking for from job candidates, and which social media communication skills communicators need to be competitive in today's job market. And we're seeing two, the report is not done yet. We expect to release the study in September, but one of the things we're finding now is a division between marketing and PR along the lines of new media and social media. So what we're seeing, hey, look who just walked in. I think you gotta pan to the side. Christopher Penn.
Hey, there he is.
It's
Mr. Schwartzman.
It's Christopher Penn of the very famous and well-known podcast. Tell us about your podcast.
Which one?
Yeah, which one of the 53?
Marketing over coffee.
Not the financial aid podcast.
Yeah. We're doing a segment into FIR for tomorrow.
You know, it's very funny with all the friend feed stuff going on and FeedBurner. We're now at over 4,000 listeners a day on Marketing Over Coffee, which is, we're looking at the numbers going, holy,
4,000 listeners a day?
A day. Now, FeedBurner statistics in general, a little squishy.
Right.
So we're going to keep an eye on, see if that's a flaw in their engine or if that's real. If it's real, we got to change our ad card.
So anything you want to say to Shell and Neville?
Is this for the Gary Vaynerchuk and John Cass thing too?
No, this is called my segment into FIR tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Not really. Only because I haven't had time to actually think about it, and my ears are bleeding from the Eddie Vedder butchering.
Yeah, we're over here at the Chris Brogan Rockstar Radian 6 event here at Enterprise 2.0. And so anyway,
I'll give you my division on the research that we're doing.
All right, so we'll finish this up.
Here's the early trend we're seeing, is that most organizations are tasking marketing with email marketing and search engine optimization.
Right.
And they're tasking public relations or public affairs with the social channels.
Oh, interesting.
Blogging, podcasting, blogger relations, Facebook, Twitter, any two-way channel that involves a discussion. And I wouldn't say it's a huge majority, but I would say it's 50-some-odd% of all organizations queried are looking at handling new media communications, email and SEO through marketing, and the social channels that accommodate interaction, collaboration, and sharing through public affairs or public relations.
Interesting, and that study is going to be out in September, you said?
Yeah, we'll be releasing that in September.
That's cool.
The 2009 Digital Readiness Report.
Oh, that's great. Well, Eric, I'm running out of my time for my FIR report, but Shell and Neville should be nice with that. Anyway, it's interesting what you state, because here at the Enterprise 2.0 conference, there's been a lot of the similar sentiment of how do you sell this? How do you justify the resources? A lot of the sessions have that kind of theme. But anyway, where can people find more info about you?
OnTheRecordPodcast.com or @OnTheRecord on Twitter.
All right, well, great. Well, I've been talking with Eric Schwartzman, and this is Dan York. You can find me at twitter.com/Dan York or disruptiveconversations.com. And I'll toss it back to you, Shell and Neville.